Plaza Hotel, New York City, 1922. I'm Nancy J. with the Celebrity Spotlight on The Great Gatsby, an absolutely magical, fabulous movie. Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan. Let's talk the stars, if we can find them on the streets of New York. Every role, I say, oh, well, he was born to play that, he'll never do. No, it's, you are Jay Gatsby. You are
Thank you.
This incredible man in this movie. I mean, the emotions that you get to play with.
Well, it's one of those characters that's incredibly challenging because it's all subtle, you know. It's all subtle brush strokes. There's rarely a moment up until the end where you see him exposed. He's putting on this front. He's putting on this cloak of being an American aristocrat, almost like royalty, and he's a poser. He's trying to become, you know, Tom Buchanan in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. But he really comes from the underworld. But what's fascinating about him, you know, most for me was the fact that he's a manifestation of his own dreams, you know.
But it's also be careful what you wish for.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this incredible, magical film. I love a large party. It's so intimate. That's what I feel.
That's the best line. That's the best line, Nancy.
That's the movie.
That's the movie. He said, you know, in small parties, there's no privacy. I mean, you know what? I'm glad you picked that line. That's it. Because on the one hand, there's all the party and all the spectacle and all of that, but the film is also very intimate. And it's actually about characters and people. And you know what it's a lot about? I think it's about when Jay-Z, who I work with on the music, and great collaborator, we're working together because, you know, jazz, we love trad jazz, but I wanted the audience to feel like what it was to read that book in 1925. And jazz was this African-American street music that Fitzgerald put into his books. And people said, that's a fad. That'll be gone in 2 weeks. And of course it's not. It's revered. It's great now. If Fitzgerald said we're living in the jazz age, I think we're living in the hip-hop age. And so I work with Jay-Z, and Jay's amazing, and lots of musicians, you know, Jack White and XX and Florence and the Machines and all those great musicians. I love the music part. But Jay and Swizz Beatz were the first people to see the film, and Jay says, you know what's incredible about this story? It's not about how Jay Gatsby made his money. It's, is he a good person or not? Does he have a moral compass? Does he have a cause? Does he have something to believe in? And do all those other characters, those aristocrats, do they?
Imagine me and you, I do.
I'm certainly glad to see you again.
I think about you day and night. It's only right.
I'm certainly glad to see you as well.
So happy together.
I wish we could just run away. I've just heard the most shocking thing.
You and me!
It all makes sense.
Me! You!
You can't repeat the past.
Can't repeat the past.
It was a lot of fun to play Nick, and Baz and I talked early on because in the book he's narrating, so he's not at the center of a lot of the scenes. He's observing a lot of the scenes, but you know just how Nick is feeling through the book because he's commenting on it, and so we created a framing device to help us. To help us show the effects that this story had on Nick. And I think that also gave us license to use the voiceover more. And so it was a lot of fun.
All of the language in the film is so beautiful. We all relished getting to say these iconic Fitzgerald quotes. But yeah, that's what Baz does so well. I saw it for the first time 2 days ago, and it's huge. And there are so many layers, and there's so much going on, and the music is amazing. But at the heart of it, none of it is dominated by this real story, this really human love story.
Would you want an alternate ending?
An alternate ending? No, I think it's perfect. I love how imperfect it is. You know, it's not a classic love story. It's really about one man's absolute faith and hope in the conviction that he has for this love. I love the ending. I love the way the ending's written in the book and that we get to see it on the screen.
A magical, magical, wonderful movie. Look for The Great Gatsby in your real-time theater.